what you call it again?
7-Eleven was an inside job.
So
yeah,
now
7-Eleven.
we put that at the start of the video.
24/7
we'll
was an
get
inside job.
All right. So
Yep.
where we last left off, last week you guys continued making your way through the dollhouse, the miniature house inside the foreman's office. You made your way up to the second floor, fought off a group of animated armors, made your way into the office bar area, had a very interesting encounter with a group of mimics. Had some interesting times with Terry, Jerry, Gary, and Barry. And afterwards decided that you were not going to go into the room across the hallway because the mimics told you that Dooney was in a really bad mood at the moment and had been for a while, and that he might be a little bit mad. After that, and hurting a bit from the previous encounters, you decided to head back downstairs and camp out in the dining room.
Yep.
All right,
Also,
so we left it
be,
with guys.
we need to be on the lookout for the last mimic called Larry.
Well, we know where he is, and we are definitely not going in there right now, but definitely later.
Yeah.
Chris isn't here to stop us from doing stupid shit.
Oh yeah, now we have free reign.
You want to go say hi to Dooney?
No, let's just push Dovin in there and lock the door behind him.
But we managed to get a full rest.
Well, everyone roll me perception.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I can't get into roll.
That's one of those questions, Madman, that you know what's coming as soon
But
as
we
you
did
ask.
plan on having someone to sit watch, and I would take at least one watch. So let me see. I keep forgetting to put up my character sheet. Perception.
Come on, Roll20, seriously. Every time I try to log in, it's the same bloody thing.
Well, have you been tweeting stuff towards Roll20 recently?
No, I haven't. But I do run Roll20 on a bit of a secure network, which is probably part of the issue. But...
It gives me issues as well.
Yeah, it's So I didn't know that Roll20 was going to be this hiccupy with a VPN and just a couple of layers of encryptation, and it's just ridiculous how slow it works sometimes.
Yeah.
There we go.
The sad thing is I actually hear that Fantasy Grounds is better about it, but having already sunk money into
Roll20, yeah.
I'm not going to turn around.
But I mean, Roll20 isn't a bad tool. It's just that I feel that they're not that great with the things
their
they've
optimization
done.
Needs work.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good tool. It just needs optimizing.
And they just keep piling on stuff that they can sell instead of fixing what's there. Most of the time, that's what the feeling I'm getting.
Yeah. And after this conversation, Roll20 will never sponsor my videos.
Perception. There we go. Finally. Thank you. Why did I even bother?
Zedric,
oh no! I have always advantage. I forgot. My shield gives me continuously advantage.
That's right, it does. Okay. Zedric, you take the first watch.
Mm-hmm.
And as the rest are settling down and trying to get a bit of rest in this very odd place, You start to listen.
I've never listened to anything my entire life. Oh.
From up the stairs, you hear what sounds like someone screaming in a hurricane.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
So it's not one of the mimics from earlier.
Well, I mean, mimics can mimic multiple voices, so...
Shit. I'm gonna double check the locks on the door. And I'm gonna take the chair I was sitting on and kind of also lean it up against the door. And I'm gonna sit down at the floor at the table instead, just staring at the door.
You can't even sit at the table. You smashed up the table.
Exactly. No, at the floor, by the table. Yeah.
Okay. You do so.
I'm not gonna wake anyone up though. I expected this crazy house full of crazy shit. I don't have any. Oh yeah, can I do minor stuff while I'm taking my watch?
What kind of minor stuff?
Well, I have 4 copies of Dean of Sporamatic Studies and his notebooks. I would like to start reading them.
Okay.
Making notes of my own book. Like, third passage on page 4. Good stuff. I should blow up a chicken.
Roll me an intelligence check.
15.
Okay, not bad. One thing that you do manage to glean from the books as you're reading the notebooks is that one of the dean's major areas of study was attempting to collate various schools of magic with various wavelengths of light, trying to work out why different schools of magic carried different auras. And the globes on the desk are a representation of that study.
Cool. And I'm assuming because there are 4 books, I won't be able to read all of it right now. So I'll.
No, certainly not.
I just write down like stuff about it, and I'll continue my studies at another point. I'm gonna write it down in the note thing so I know where I left off.
Okay.
Correlate.
Malgar.
Correlate.
Yeah.
Correlate. Yeah. Okay.
Your watch, Malgar, goes without incident. Everything seems quiet.
That's good.
Almost eerily quiet.
Don't trust it.
But quiet.
I don't trust it, so I roll another perception. No. No. Well, everything seems quiet. That's good. So.
Hello. Chris, you joined us. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. My friend finished his interview, so I was able to get here.
Oh, I thought we were going to get into more trouble before he came. I mean,
nope.
the mind flayer wasn't enough.
Don't spoil it. You can watch it in the replay.
Okay.
Well, we did lock him in the room with Dooney, didn't we?
Yeah. They threw you in Dooney's room and then went to take a long rest.
As one does.
Chris isn't even a little
You're
bit
all
phased.
awful. Chris just woke up because my friend was doing an interview. He works for a game website, which my computer is right next to his, which is why you'll hear him play Overwatch every so often. So in order for him to do the interview, I had to wait to be able to join the game.
During a work interview, so I will stab that bitch. Like, what? Who is that? Oh, that's just my roommate. Never mind him. I'll whack him and go, why?
Actually, if he's working with gamers, that should be fairly average.
But I would...
That should not surprise people in that community.
I would tell Cedric. Cedric would tell Malgar about the scream he heard, and that's why he put up the chair against the door. And he doesn't trust it, and if he hears it, ignore it, and maybe it will go away.
I will say that it wasn't like you heard a scream. I will say it went on for about half an hour of your watch.
Yeah, that's why he's like, oh, books make me safe. Books make me safe. In my books, no one can touch me. Books make me safe. Yeah. So, I just said that Cedric would have told Malgar about the screaming, and if he just ignores it and sing a little bit, maybe it will go away, and it won't haunt his dreams.
So you told... Is that what you did? You started singing and it went away?
I had a little song. It said, no one can touch me. Books make me safe. Books make me safe. It has a nice rhyme to it. I'm gonna go sleep now. Maybe the screaming will stop in my head.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to sing, but I will stay awake and alert.
Hopefully you stay awake on watch.
Yeah.
That is kind of normally a prerequisite.
Yeah, Malgar is not the type to fall asleep on a watch.
Okay. So yeah, your watch, as I said, passes uneventfully.
Okay. And I don't hear the screaming
now
at all.
Then, you do not. No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Great. Zedric's hearing voices now.
Velen.
That's all we need.
Hello.
Well, I mean, you make it sound like he wasn't before.
This is true.
Everybody's turning their cameras off tonight.
We are?
No. Everything's on. I can see everyone.
I can't see Per or Chris.
My camera's on.
Yeah, same here. Have you
My
not
camera's
seen...
on.
My camera is very dark.
Which hand am I waving with?
Your right, my left.
That's correct.
Smart. Oh. Oh, there it is.
My whole connection is being really odd.
How is that?
Yeah, two of your cameras are just, I mean, like, odder than normal. No idea. Alright, anyway. Velen, your watch. Malgar's watch passes uneventfully, and we get to your watch.
Yes, sir.
And about 2/3 of the way through your watch, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Okay. So I kind of feel like I shouldn't.
Why would you ever think?
But we all know I'm gonna.
If your first reaction is, I feel like I shouldn't, then it means don't do it.
And you can see the door where Cedric has kind of leaned the door against, written a note, keep out.
I want to point out that at this point during anybody's watch,
Yeah.
Dovin would probably be awake. Elves only need to rest for 4 hours.
This is true. So roll me your perception as well.
Perception.
Okay, so you hear footsteps as well as Velen.
So I'm gonna stand up.
Yup.
I'm gonna like suggest that I'm gonna go open the door.
Okay. So you move the chair out from in front of the door.
Which door? Because I'm still looking at the dining room.
Yeah, it's.
You're in the dining room. That's where you're
Okay.
resting.
Okay.
So yeah, are you going by the north door or the south door?
That's more of like what I meant, sorry.
Velen?
Yes.
North door, south door.
Which one was it likely that I heard it from?
Give me a second, I need to throw out the watermelon around.
Would you say
It sounded more north door.
Then I'm gonna go north door.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, sure.
Because I assume you're making some pretense of opening the door quietly.
Yeah. I have disadvantage on this. It's gonna go so well. There we go.
Did you
pick up the door.
Hang on, it did that thing again where it rolled 4 die.
Why does it do that?
The only reason I know is because, again, the 3D die showed all 4 die to me, so I'm like...
But it's 5 and 13. Why does it do that? Oh, it automatically gives me double disadvantage.
Yeah.
But if you look at the first 2 dice, it's a 5 and a 20, and he has disadvantage. So
doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So Velen walks over to the door, picks up the chair, throws it away with a clang, and then just pops the door open and swings it open.
Have you woken up the rest of us before this
I hope
happened?
not.
No.
I would say that the door clanging down wakes the rest of you.
Shit.
Okay.
Dovin's just sitting there shaking his damn head.
It came in.
What's going on?
All hands on deck. It's
as they are waking up,
immediately pulling my bow and just pointing it in a random direction.
Velen, as they are waking up, you look out the door and give me a perception roll. Okay. You don't make out a great deal, but what it looks like you see is a set of heavy boots attached to some form of humanoid covered in a sheet that is turning and walking back up the stairs.
Okay.
Why did you wake us up? What happened? Is it getting in? I broke out down the door.
Dovin's just looking at Zitter going, shh, shh.
It's gonna get us. Kim, are you talking to us? Because in that case we can't hear you.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm waiting on.
Okay, well you're the one that saw what's through the door.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I said what I was gonna do, and then I think I managed to have my mic up while I said it. So actually, well done to me. I'm gonna go again. So I'm gonna say I'm slam open the door, and as I do, when I see this creature walking up, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I saw it! Let's go!"
So what?
I'm gonna be running up after it goes it.
That's not.
Okay.
It's getting
You run
closer.
out.
Dovin's just like, that's
So,
not
yeah,
an answer.
As the rest of you are waking up, Velen runs out the door.
Okay, I'm just gonna quietly try and open the other door of the dining room here. And
Okay, well, he went out through that door, so you would be at that door then.
Dovin's gonna follow out Velen and go,
okay.
hey, stop running and answer question. So what?
Velen, as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you look up through the stairway, and what it looks like, now that you kind of have a bit of a better look at it, because the house is still lit, it looks like something with stone feet covered in a sheet down to about its ankles, walking up the staircase.
Stone feet, so obviously he's wearing armor.
What the fuck is happening, Velen? Why did you wake us up?
He's already out of the room that you guys are in.
Yeah,
the fuck are you
Dovin's
going, Velen?
Dovin's following him and going, stop running and tell me, what did you see?
I'm not as young as I used to be. There was a little guy, little thing.
No, he was about 6 foot tall.
A little thing with
with
like stone feet and wearing probably stone armor and some sort of cloak.
Cloak?
Yeah. So, and he came in listening to us and looking at us. He's obviously scouting. So we need to catch a little.
I'll be right back, guys.
We need to catch him before he does something stupid.
But no, we need to barricade the door. We still
Okay,
haven't got
good.
our spells back.
Good. Dovin can jump to this conclusion. Looks at Velen. Cloak or sheet?
Sheet?
It's probably one of the golems from the upper floor. Can we not mess with that, please?
Golems? Oh yeah, those things. Well.
I'd prefer we just finish our rest.
I'm so tired, you guys.
I actually think Cedric had a good idea there. We barricade the doors and we stay in here.
Well, that's worked for you for 2/3 of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So we can check it out later.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you or startle you, but it was a little guy. So
Cedric is like, I either don't have a pulse or I don't know how to take one.
I'm gonna say it's the second one there, buddy.
if you don't have a pulse,
It already killed me.
I
had so much to do.
I think you have different issues.
Just still the chicken. The chicken. Velen, the chicken.
Yeah.
Dovin just looks at Cedric and goes, go back to bed. Go back to sleep.
I'm gonna sleep in the cupboard. Is that alright? I'm just gonna...
Yeah, you go sleep in the cupboard, buddy.
There isn't one. I'm just gonna...
And you don't...
I was waiting for that realization.
There is a cupboard,
Yeah.
but you have to go out of this room to get there.
Stop freaking out or I will put you back to sleep.
Oh, you have some kind of... I'll calm down. I have oils to... Yeah.
I was legitimately ready to cast sleep on him, by the way.
So... Right. What are we doing now?
Well, we are staying inside, resting up, and barricading the doors, or at least locking them.
Right. I get it. I'll be vigilant.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Cedric remember what this is? Because I don't.
The upper floor had golems, the blasted golems. They're in the journal notes.
No. What I just wrote in the... I was looking through my inventory. And
we got that from the Spore Farm.
yeah, what was
They
it?
make things glow.
Can I snort it?
I mean, you can snort anything if you try hard enough.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't.
Do you want to snort the glow blower?
No. Cedric isn't sure it will actually help.
I'm sure that Dovin remembers what those glow spores were being made into.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I doubt Zedric does.
Mind-altering narcotic that makes people susceptible to suggestion.
Actually,
Oh.
Dovin might want him to have
Hey, that's
those.
actually good. I could take it and you go to sleep. And I was like, yeah, okay.
I mean, I was just legitimately ready to cast sleep on you, so...
Yeah, no, he's just gonna try to go back to sleep.
Yep. From there, the remainder of the night does pass without incident. Unlike the first brothers.
Okay.
Good times.
Full hit points. Woohoo!
What are you guys doing next?
Well, we've there's still one room on the floor above that we haven't checked, which is the
There are
guest
technically
room?
2 rooms. There are 2...
Oh,
no,
yeah.
There's 2 rooms, because we still also have Dooney's room, but I'm saying let's say the hell out of Dooney's room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've slept now a full night. Full rest.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nice. Spell slots are very good to have.
Yep.
There we go.
And after the little excursion with the blinding, I decided to prepare lesser restoration.
Smart.
Yep.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
something you should probably always have with Zedric around.
Right. I'm feeling I have new energy. Back to fighting strength. So
we know that he had a study on one of the upper floors. We also know that there's the workshop on the 4th floor where that golem came from.
Right. And we know that the exit is on the 3rd floor.
Yes. Probably in the study. It seems like that would be the logical place. So...
Yeah. Right. There was the terrace, right?
Yeah.
And we can get out there, but we aren't sure if it's like locked and we need to get to the study to get a key or something like that. But if we can get out there, we concluded that we had enough evidence to.
We have a decent chunk of evidence, but more might be helpful.
Yeah. So
I said we had enough. Malgar says more might be helpful.
Okay.
To clarify.
Okay. Yeah, didn't we like compromise and say if Malgar were to scout ahead for the 4th, first we find out if we can get out on the 3rd floor through the terrace. If we can, we will wait there and Malgar will scout the 4th floor and see if we can, how dangerous basically it would be to check it out for more stuff. And if we can't get out on the 3rd floor by the terrace because of whatever trap or seal or something like that, then we need to go to the 4th floor anyhow. Because presumably that's where he kept keys or something like that. Because it's the most secure one.
Well, I'm just trying to remember here. According to the journal, didn't say that there is a exit on the 3rd floor?
Yeah, at the terrace, yes.
Yeah, but we need to activate it somehow, or?
We don't know. That's why we need to go there and figure out the situation.
I'm assuming it's going to work the same way as the thing we used to get in here.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's just touch it and you're out, then we are home free, and it's fine. But if it's something, oh, you need the special key to get out, then we can need to start looking for it. So we need to figure out the first part first.
Just a quick question. In these journal entries, does it have a date on it?
No, they did not, right?
No, but Casey gave me the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we established that every.
Well, I gave you what you believe is the order.
Yeah.
And each entry was written by a different person or personality.
Yeah.
Not.
I was just curious to see how long ago it would be. That, for example, journal entry 4 is very interesting. How long ago that was?
Well, we can always go back and ask the mimics.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
They seemed like nice enough guys after they were fed and not queuing on Zedric anymore.
Yep. Yeah, so...
He was really sorry about that.
I know. He panicked. It's fine. He panicked. Malgar panicked. Dovin's sitting there going, everybody kill.
I didn't panic.
You just shot him.
Yeah, that's not panicking. That's very decisive. Alright, so we should go up. Shut up, Wilhelm.
Alright. I'm going to need to step away for one more minute before you go up the stairs, and then I will get us going.
Cool.
Because I was just looking at the journal entries, and it's
Yeah.
The last sort of paragraph in journal entry 4 is very interesting, because it says, all I know is that Dawn, the even of the new moon, he can't be allowed to complete his experiment, even if the big flappity flap gives the okay. And I assume the big flappity flap would be the dragon, or Niv Mizzet.
Yeah, it would probably be Niv Mizzet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we concluded that it wasn't Niv Mizzet.
We concluded that it could possibly be Niv Mizzet, Nikobolas, or somewhat of the dragon, because most of the dragons in Ravnica belong to the Izzet League.
Sure, but I thought we said that it's most likely it's a dragon, but it's not Niv Mizzet because he wouldn't be going by that.
I personally feel that
surname.
it's not Niv Mizzet.
Yeah.
Just because too much of it feels like stuff that someone who's leading a guild and somebody who doesn't give up too much of it seems like shit that doesn't add up to it to being Niv Mizzet. Like, for instance, the guy being banished from the guild yet still working with the guild doesn't sound like something Niv Mizzet would do.
Mm-hmm. Like, he would just do it and not do this back and forth.
He would just like, I don't care, go ahead. I want to see the outcome. Go.
Yeah, it's in journal entry 2 says that there is something about the terrace on the 3rd floor, but yes, that is it. Sailing ball? No, what does it say? Wailing.
The wailing. Yeah, that's what I heard. The wailing, and it's not good.
Railing. Railing. That's an R.
Oh.
Railing ball?
Yeah. There's probably another ball like what we saw in the office that got us in here. There's probably something like that on the railing on the terrace.
Oh. Yeah. Like at the end of the railing, there is some kind of ball, probably. That
it could probably in the dead center if you have it set up for symmetry.
Yeah, well, he comments it's also intricate, so it's probably made to look hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are headed upstairs.
Okay, what's our order?
Well, I'm going to sneak first.
All right.
So
I'm assuming I'm in the back. So it's
And then
Me
uh,
or Malgar, maybe. Malgar, shouldn't you go first, though?
well,
And
Malgar's going
Malgar's first. He's already
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah,
I've
I,
already
I was-
vanished and
Who's
gone
second?
scouting ahead.
I
I
would
think,
assume
I
Velen
think,
is second,
yeah, because that way Malgar has someone to retreat and hide
and
behind
then
if something
Zederic, and then
happens.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't move up right behind me because I would like some space to move silently
Hmm.
in case. Yeah. So.
Okay.
And I am also
You
going
make
to
your
stealth
way
up the
up the stairs.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Or should all of us roll?
Only if you're stealthing.
Oh, yeah. I hope so.
Well, my plan was to stealth ahead of you guys.
Oh, yeah. We are not close by.
My
Which
plan
is
is
good.
to make sure I am not noticed, so this way, if people get themselves shot, I can easily get around to healing them without drawing attention to myself.
Yeah, well, that's good, considering Cedric is still going, books make me safe, books make me safe, no one can hurt me in my books. Books make me safe, books make me safe. Sorry, it's a good tune.
And Velen is not here, so he's clumping up the stairs.
Okay. So is this
Okay.
the third floor or the second?
This is the floor with the mimics. This is the second
You've
floor.
gotten up to the second floor at the moment.
Yeah.
Are
Tell me what
this-
you're doing from there.
Well, I'm continuing to move up to the third floor.
Did the armor reconstitute itself, or
You look around, and yes, it has.
Damn it.
Do we remember exactly what triggered it?
yeah, somebody touching the door?
Okay, so we're not touching any doors.
I'm assuming the door to the little lounge is still
Yeah, that-
open.
Which one?
The lounge where the mimics are here.
Oh yeah, where the mimics are. Actually, no, the door is closed.
Okay. Well, I can see through it, so you might have to change it on the map or something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't actually close the map off because you do know what's in there, but.
Yep.
So
Guys,
you're
there's
heading on
mimics in
up
there.
to the third floor.
Yep.
Okay. You start making your way up to the third floor. As you do, roll me perception.
Is that a suit of armor?
Probably, but roll me a suit of perception. Roll me a perception, and we'll see if you notice it.
24.
That is definitely a suit of armor. It does look much, much more intricate than the ones that you ran into below.
Being stronger. And just to be clear, even though we are technically in the stairway here, we are like on, like at the
Still
bottom
below,
of the.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're not fucking up his stealth.
Well, at this point, because I'm not trying to hide from you guys. I'm just trying to stay silent and stick to the wall as far as I can. And stay in cover from the area we're moving into. But so I'm going to just give everyone a signal to hold up, and I'm just. There's a suit of armor up ahead.
One would assume if the floor below us had them, this floor would also have them to protect the
Mhm.
rooms.
I'm going to try to sneak past it.
Don't touch the doors.
Dovin, you're currently in the back.
Yes.
While that's going on, roll me perception.
15.
Okay. Very faintly, from the floor behind you, the second floor, you hear the sound of a piano playing.
Is it coming from the direction of the lounge or from the door of Dooney's room?
Let's call it the no-no door.
It would appear to be coming from Dooney's room.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
In other words, ignore the piano. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just going to try and sneak as silently as I can past it
Okay.
and just get into this area.
Okay, so just making you aware, with your perception, you do see, as I said, a very intricate suit of armor. This one, whereas the others were kind of just a traditional silver armor, this is inlaid with what looks to be onyx and gold. Very finely crafted. And whereas the others were just suits of armor and kind of bashed at you with their hands whenever they attacked, you see that this one actually is standing with its arms touching across its chest and supporting a very large, very delicately filigreed longsword, which is standing, which has the tip on the ground at its front.
All right.
Oh no, it's a sort of feast and famine. I'm screwed.
That would be badass. I'll change it to be that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to take a moment to just study the suit of armor with my hunter's sense. To see whether it has any immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, or what they are.
Sorry guys, so apparently we had a bit of a PC accident next to me. Basically, our cloth was blocking the fan on the backside and it said boof.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, so I took it out, I checked it, it's actually fine. It nothing happened to it, but I think it was just the dust going out, you know? So I just need to put it back together now.
All right.
So, be back 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Malgar, using your hunter's sense.
Do we know when we are supposed to go up?
He said, "Wait."
Okay.
Yeah,
Using your
I told you I was
hunter's
going to
sense,
try and sneak past it.
You don't detect anything.
Okay. So that could mean that A, it is not a magical golem suit of armor thing. Or B, it is hidden from divination magic. But so
I will cast a message to Malgar. If I were to get a closer look, maybe I can figure out what kind of golem it is.
yeah. I'm not sure if you can see me from. Oh, yeah, maybe you can. But yeah, yeah, I can't get a reading on it. It might not be a golem at all. But just try to stay quiet and see what you can recognize.
Now, Casey, here's the big question. Do I use my previous stealth roll when I get up the stairs here, or do I roll again?
You are going to roll again because you stopped at this point and are starting to stealth again.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to get close enough to see the golems in more detail. I'm trying to figure out what kind of, like, if this is golem that I recognize somehow. Oh shit.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to look at the door here and see if I can see through the keyhole, if there is one.
roll me perception. And Zedric,
Yes.
you roll me your perception as well.
Okay. Oh, if this is for identifying the golem, can I use tinkering? Or
First, because you roll stealth quite badly, this is just to see if you can get close enough to actually get a good look at it.
Ah.
Which you can. At which point you can use either tinkering or arcana, your choice.
I'm not good at Arcana. Why would I?
No, you're just a wizard.
Yeah.
He's not a wizard. He's a sorcerer.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tinker.
okay. Yep.
Yeah, I accidentally
wizard.
make magic. I
Right.
have no idea how it works.
I thought Dovin was more of a druid thing.
He's a druid wizard.
He's a druid wizard.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
cross-class into necromancy because there are aspects of the necromantic school that I really do like.
Right.
Like, for instance, my undead thralls become stronger,
Nice.
which is great because that would stack with my ability to just create undead thralls with my halo of spores.
Mm-hmm.
So, Zedric,
Mm-hmm.
your in-depth knowledge of tinkering looks at this suit of armor and says that is a very fine crafted suit of armor. Definitely not tinkered.
Oh, all right. He backs up, and as he backs up, he's gonna shoot away a message towards Malgar again. Says, "You were completely right. There's no mechanical aspects of this thing. Probably won't move and kill us. Probably. Maybe. Probably."
Maybe it's just not been activated somehow.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the door here.
Back behind Velen.
Okay. Looking through the door, Malgar, it's a bit hard to see. The room inside does seem a bit dim. But
Yep.
in the room, you can see on the floor ahead of you what looks like a tiger skin rug.
So, do I get an sort of impression of what kind of room it is?
What you can see from the angle you're at is a tiger skin rug, and then just off, further distant from that, what looks like a very large plush chair.
All right. So, maybe just some kind of living room, I suppose.
Another lounge, probably the. No,
Yeah.
wouldn't, maybe the study.
Yeah, it could be. Okay, so I'm going to move over to the other door here and look through that as well.
Okay. Perception on that one.
Yep. Oh. There we
Okay. Looking through that door, you see something that is very well appointed. What appears to be a tub made of gold, sorry. A large wash basin, and what appears to be a stove for heating water.
We have found the latrine.
Oh, we wanted to go through his shit, right? I'll see myself out. Thank you very much.
You get an A for effort.
Thanks.
No, he doesn't. Don't even give him that.
Okay.
A for effort, but a Z for execution.
Let's see. I'm
Broke the grading scale.
which side of the of that door is sort of like the handle and the key on, or the keyhole?
For which door?
The one to the right, the bottom right.
That door opens out and towards the wall.
Okay. Because I want to see if I can be able to try and start to check if the door is locked. Meanwhile, at just once in a while have a quick peek around the corner to see if the statue is starting to move or something.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand or lockpicking, your choice.
Okay, that would be thieves' tools.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Okay, and then roll me perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You begin to open the door, and there seems to be no movement from the statue.
Okay. So then I just quietly open the door and see what's on the other side.
And
open the
it
door?
decapitates you.
The door?
Yeah, it's a mimic, bitch.
Yeah.
I
This is
have used mimic doors before.
I've used mimic houses before. It was great.
Yep. I can remember back in the old days where you had the one that looked like a carpet, and then you also had the ones that used to hang on that looked like the ceiling, and then there was a dungeon errata for making mimics that were wall tapestries. So you could walk in and literally everything in the room, including the floor, ceiling, and walls, was all mimics.
Oh no, the house itself was a mimic.
No, I know, but I'm talking about I've in addition to that, I've had just everything in the room is.
It was great. I had it like dripping acid on the party, and it was always from above them, so they didn't realize, they thought something was leaking from like a workshop or something upstairs. So it didn't dawn on them that the acid wasn't leaving holes in the floor.
Yeah.
So they
When
finally
Kim
went
gets
up.
back, when Kim gets back, you should ask him about the Volt mimic.
Oh yeah, he loved that thing. Stole all this shit. So, how does one fight a house mimic? Is it basically, oh shit, I'm now on the inside, I need to get out?
You're basically trying to cut your way out. They were slowly being digested, and they didn't even realize it.
What would the house's defenses be? Would someone just opening a door and leaving?
So I was using a homebrew version because they never updated it to 3.5, because that was actually a thing. A house mimic was a thing in older editions. And like one of the things it could do was it could turn its adhesive ability on and off. So like they would be walking completely fine, and then whenever at one point they stopped to take a rest because they were investigating this house. It was never on campaign because people kept disappearing and they didn't know why. So they go into this house, they start investigating it, and the party's like, they're fighting all these things that have like this symbiotic relationship with the mimic, and they like drain themselves. So they go to take a long rest, and they go to rest for the night, and as soon as they go to rest for the night, the mimic turns back on the adhesion, and they can't get up.
That's pretty damn cool.
Do I get the door open?
You do, yes, and you open it and look into what appears to be a very nicely appointed Ravnican bathroom.
Okay. Is there anything that sticks out in particular? Except for the bathtub, maybe?
Well, he has a stove in the bathroom, which is like the height of kind of modern gadgets.
Right. But I don't have room for a bathtub in my backpack, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm just
not with that attitude, you don't.
Just trying to get a sense if there's anything like
whatever you put your mind
looking
to.
at more in there.
Well, you can roll me investigation if you'd like.
Yeah.
Anything can fit in anything if you try hard enough and have a sharp enough saw.
Fair enough.
You investigate the bathroom and find that it's very nicely appointed, but otherwise just a bathroom.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go out and close the door silently behind me again. Now I'm going to...
Hang on, you should have looked for a reading material for while he's on the can. Everyone knows you have something.
Yeah. It's got a pocket version of some, shitty novella.
There's just like a hidden compartment full of Tijuana Bibles, and you're just like,
Yeah. 50 Shades of Prismatic Spheres. Or something like that. But, yeah, so I'm going to see if I can open these double doors here.
Okay.
I'm going to look for some traps or something first.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then roll a second perception as well. Okay. You do not detect any traps on the door, but something that does catch your attention is that every time you touch the door handle, you get the faintest hint of hearing something on the other side of the door, but you're not quite sure what it is. But then every time your hand leaves the handle, it stops.
Okay. Also, just to be sure before I start trying to tinker more with the door, I want to move over and just turn my head around so I can see the statue and just start putting my hand closer and closer to the door handle to see if it sort of reacts or anything.
You don't notice any movement at all.
Okay.
That's smart because the previous golems did.
Yeah. Okay, if there's... Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit with that door then and move over to the other side of the room here.
Okay.
And, basically try and look through the keyholes if there is any.
Okay. Give me a perception roll. Okay. Looking through this room, you can see what looks like another door, and further on from that, another set of double doors, and you can also just make out what looks like a window and some sort of small, possibly an end table of some kind.
Okay, so which one of it led to the double doors? Which of these doors?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm giving you the description of the door to the east.
Okay. So yeah, okay. And looking through the other door then.
Perception again. Looking through that one, you cannot make out a great deal other than it looks like some form of storage room.
Okay, and he said those... Yeah, the golems were supposed to be on the 4th floor. And we were also told that it was a room, or basically the 4th floor was probably still all just covered with sheets and stuff, if I remember correctly. But yep. I'm just going to check if the doors are locked or if there's any traps on them.
Okay. Yet another perception roll. You're getting lots of those in tonight.
Yeah, that's how it is being the sneaky scouting guy.
Mm-hmm. And again, you don't locate any traps on any of these doors.
Okay. So I'm going to do basically the same thing, just putting my hand closer and closer to the door handles while having a look at the statue beside me there.
Which one? Which door are you reaching for?
Well, I'm taking the one to the east first, and then the south.
Okay. The one to the east, you kind of creep your hand closer and closer to the door. Do you actually touch it, or are you just getting near it?
I'm just going near it for the moment. I don't want to actually touch it yet.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right. Okay. And I do the same with the south door there.
You get closer and closer, very close to touching it, and nothing happens.
Right. I'm going to, while I have my hand sort of outstretched, I'm going to just take one finger and just poke the door handle.
Which handle?
The one on the south door.
South. You bring your finger and you touch the handle. No reaction.
And then I take just a slight step back. And I want to do the same also with this door. And just to have sort of like, if there is some sort of reaction from the statue, I want to have like an immediate, a ready action to just move over here and jump across the railing.
Okay. Let's see. What's your dexterity modifier?
+5.
+5. Okay. Roll me a dex save.
Mm-hmm. Ah, god damn it. I have a +8.
As you touch that door, you feel electricity leap up your arm from the handle, dealing 9 points of electricity damage.
Okay. Ouch. Okay. But the statue does not move, or?
It does not move.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm just going to go over here, stop sneaking, basically, and just lean over and say, well, I think it's clear here. The statue seems to be completely inert. It hasn't reacted to anything. But there is a trap of some kind on at least one of these doors here. And I suspect also the double doors at the far end.
All right.
So, yeah.
So, stepping up is fine.
Should be, I think.
All right. Well,
There's no obvious enemies around. So.
I don't have detect magic. Does Doven have
I
that?
can prepare it. I can cast it as a ritual.
Great.
Be careful with the door handles on that door and probably also this one. There's also a bathroom on the other side over there, but it doesn't have anything interesting. Except a bathtub. Unless you, in case you want to use it.
So Doan, could you check out which one of these are trapped and how the... I mean, Pat, if you know that, or if Margar, if you know it's trapped, then can't you just disarm it?
Well, I can try. So, I'm not sure it's... Seems to be some kind of electricity. So... Yeah. What do I... is that also Thieves' Tools to try and disable it, or...
If it's a physical trap, then you could try to disable it with Thieves' Tools, yes.
Yeah.
Or with Tinkering. That
Right,
will not
so-
work if it's a magical trap.
No. Yeah. So if either of you have the capability to detect if it is in fact magical, I would appreciate that before I start trying to disable it.
Dovin looks at Malgar and Zidar and goes, "You do realize before I even start doing this that this entire place is going to light up like a Christmas tree to me."
That's
With the whole
weird.
magical
Well,
thing.
I
It's true.
suppose, but can't you like focus in on a specific area or something?
It will tell me the magical aura and the... no, it will tell me the auras. I'm just letting you know that I won't know for a
Picking one
definite
thing
fact.
apart from another is...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a bowl of water and putting coloring in the water.
Ah.
It's gonna melt together eventually.
Well, how about this, Margar? I do have some experience with, is it safety measures? But you're obviously more
has safety
dexterous
measures?
than me. Well, I mean, often it's just like oil and a match, and then says, "Hey, don't drop the match," and well, the problem usually solves itself. But could I help you out? Can I assist him in his disarming by simply just, knowing how usually assets traps are made?
Well, as I've said, he's got the skills to disarm a physical trap.
Yeah.
But if it is a magical enchantment or rune of some kind, then just knowing how to use these tools is not going to
All right. Yeah.
necessarily allow you to, dispel magic.
Yep. Well, did I just before that sort of the electricity hit me?
Oh!
Could I pick up on some sort of like static or something?
I'll summon a mage hand. We can have that
Thinking
open.
back on it, it was very quick, but you almost did get just the slightest whiff of ozone before the shock.
Yeah, I'm going
Olgar.
to tell. Yeah, yeah. What?
Yeah. We have a magical hand. We'll let that open up. Problem solved.
Well, okay. I just it seems to have let loose just a sort of a slight smell of ozone.
All right.
I don't know if that tells you anything, but
Well, I mean, that sounds like it was more of a mechanical contraption trap rather than a magical one. But either we touch it and it's gonna sap us out again because it's magical, or we're gonna touch it and we're not gonna get sapped because we kind of triggered the trap already. So
Right.
we might as well use the hand for safety measure.
yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you take out your stuff and do a hand job on that door then?
Boop, 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 boop.
Sorry, I just.
Okay. You're going to use the
The mage
you're
hand.
going to use the mage hand to open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it won't open if the door is locked, though. But
That's true.
at least we'll know.
While they're all figuring that out, Dovin's is going to be leaning against the wall, adjusting the bandage over the pot on his arm.
What the fuck is happening? He's rolling d20s, guys.
You try to move the door handle with the mage hand, and you watch as, and it's quite interesting to watch actually, because the mage hand's ghostly. It's translucent. You can see through it, and you watch as lightning sparks out from the door handle, trying to electrocute the hand. And obviously, it doesn't do a great deal.
Oh shit! I will
And then-
charge my ball.
And then, as the hand starts to turn, you watch the lightning that's continuing to crackle change colors, and then the hand just vanishes.
So I didn't manage to open the door.
No.
Great.
Did I?
The door is the Borg. It's adapted.
Did I understand it that it stopped, that it didn't work because the door was locked, or was it just it didn't have the time to turn the handle?
You got the impression that as soon as the hand started turning the door, it looked like it was snuffed out.
I have 2 pliers. Can I take my ball and just kind of hold it and have the ball touch the door, like if I do it from the side?
You're trying to use the door to charge your ball.
Yeah, I am.
You did notice that it changed color, right?
The what?
The sparks.
I'm
From
not.
the
I'm just
door?
doing one.
Oh.
That's not good.
No, it's not. One of those was a net 20.
Yeah.
You grab the pliers and go to hold your ball against the door, and you watch as it sparks outward again. This time with the kind of almost reddish lightning that you saw when it hit the mage hand. And you see your ball start to absorb that energy and start to glow a little bit, and then the glow kind of shifts from the normal yellowish light to like a reddish light, and then goes dark.
I remove it. Right. Either
Duh.
it worked very great or horribly.
Tovin's just gonna take his shield and like just put it in front of him and duck.
I'm gonna look very closely.
Are you shaking your ball?
I'm taking my ball in my hand, shake. All right, I'm gonna touch my ball.
Look, I'm warning you if you're shaking your ball. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Hey, I play with my balls if I want to, alright? I can get you balls if you want. I know you don't have any, but I will get you balls, and you can play with them if you want. But this is my ball, I want to play with it.
Right. But okay, let's take a step back here, guys. If this thing is trapped, then there has to be some way of turning it off. So I'm thinking maybe this statue is just a statue, but maybe it has some sort of I don't know, a hidden switch or something. I'm going to start investigating the statue.
Dovin's going to do the obvious test. It's that test you do when something might be obvious that you're not realizing. He's going to take his staff, walk up to the door, and push the door with his staff.
See if it's just open.
The door is closed.
Okay.
With your staff. Good try, but not this time. Investigation. Are you investigating with your eyes, your hands, combination of the two?
Both.
Trying to figure out what
Okay.
happened to my ball.
Okay. I'll give you the Tinkerer's check first as Malgar's investigating.
Okay.
It seems completely shut down.
You burned it out.
No whirring, no buzzing, no nothing. Just still.
And I do a shock and grasp. What happens?
No change. Looks a little bit charred.
Alright, I'm gonna put it down in my coat again. Like, I might have destroyed my ball, guys. Like, I had it and I popped it.
Something bust your balls.
That door is a real ball buster.
Yeah.
The investigation. You start kind of investigating this suit of armor. And after a few moments, you've been looking at it. You've been kind of trying to examine it. I mean, it's a very intricate suit of armor, but nothing really jumps out at you. And then, as you touch the suit of armor, you hear a very hollow voice. It sounds like it's coming from within the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a guest of the master?
Yes.
Speak the code of friendship.
Melon.
I was about to say.
I'm going to take a step back and be completely ready to jump across the railing in case this thing starts to attack. Are you guys also hearing the voice?
Everyone does hear the voice, yes.
Okay.
Oh joy! Now I've got to talk another thing down from trying to kill us.
That would be initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh.
My ball. My ball.
Oh, it's on my token.
I mean, I really need to, though, when I fix it, I also need to upgrade it with some kind of like returning enchantment. So when I throw it, actually returns to me after, because every time I've thrown it so far, it's been like, ah, shit, I gotta go get it. that's been a whole
What
thing.
you should have done is make a yo-yo.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually a good idea.
Kim, are you there?
Now I am, yes. Hi. Sorry. What are we doing?
Initiative. Malgar
Initiative.
angered a thing again.
Really?
Angered? I just tried to look at it.
Yeah.
What
I
did
mean,
you
and you have an
guys do?
insect face.
You
You
lied
gave the
to
wrong passcode.
it. You lied.
Any-
Well, I didn't have one.
What do you mean wrong passcode? If they said something along the lines of melon or something, I'm gonna be angry.
Ah.
I did hear that. I'm just
Yeah.
messing. Anyhow. No, I got 10.
Melons.
Melgar, you're up.
All right. Can I do like a quick insight check as a free action to just anticipate? Does it look like it's going to attack us, basically?
I will give you the fact that it has lifted its sword off the ground.
Okay, that's hint enough for me. So I am going to jump across the railing, move over here. Do I need to roll any like acrobatics or stuff like that? Or I
Only
could
if you don't want to take damage for jumping.
well, I could actually just climb across the walls to get there.
You could, yes.
Yep.
Are you doing that, or are you jumping?
Yeah, I'm just climbing the wall.
Okay.
And dropping down over there, and hopefully I can still see it, right?
It will get a little bit of cover because of the angle, but you can still see it, yes.
Yep.
Don't is just sitting there. Oh, not again.
Well, I'm going to use a bonus action to activate Slayer's Prey on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this thing is going to attack, so I'm just attacking it. Sorry, Dover.
Miss.
Okay.
Not everybody
Zedric.
He has walked away. Oh, he's back.
Zedric. Madman, pay attention.
Yes, sorry. Do I know if I'm within its reach?
Have you looked at the map?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes. I'm gonna step over here. And I'm gonna shock and grasp this bitch. He is somewhat responsible for breaking my ball. And because...
No, he's not! You did that of your own fruition!
Damn you, Golem! Damn you to hell! And because he's made out of metal, I have advantage. Boom! Chakalaka. Is a 22 a hit?
22 is a hit.
Yay.
He takes 8 lightning damage,
Yes.
and you take 4 lightning damage.
What? Why? 4?
Yep.
Fuck. Why? Why?
You shock him, and as you do, you watch the sparks climb up his arm, and then you watch some of them radiate back and jump back and hit you.
Fuck. And then I'm gonna look behind me and go, see ya later, guys. And I'm just gonna jump like, across the
And
way.
he's going to get an
For you
attack of
last time.
opportunity on you.
No, he
Rolling down
won't,
the-
because he loses his reaction if I hit him with a shocking
He's got
grasp.
reflect, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah. And I hit the target is 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. Waha!
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's gonna jump, and I'm gonna try to jump over there.
Athletics. Or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
You rolled so well on the last acrobatics.
Yeah. Ah. It wasn't on that one
Involving
this
these
time.
stairs.
Yeah. No, it was technically a different part of these stairs. But I
It-
see that these
still
stairs
these
are still a
stairs.
I want
beach.
to point out that it's the area that you fell down before is literally the area right below us right now.
No?
Yes.
Well, the area that you fell down
It-
from before is where you're falling to now.
Yeah.
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 So you literally just the first time you went from the second floor to the first floor. Now you're going from the third floor
Yeah.
to the second floor.
Yeah.
And
Well, it wasn't
yeah.
on that one, at least.
You take a fall down the stairs.
You took a tumble off the cliff.
3 bludgeoning damage.
This is so stupid.
If I hear a snap, you're being left there.
And
Ow.
as you go to stand up, you look around and roll me perception.
Oh no, you've
Oh.
angered Dooney.
Or the other statues on the floor below. Or both.
12.
You look around, and there seems to be less debris on the floor from the armors that you fought last night than you remember there being.
That's weird.
We've already said that they reconstituted.
Oh, no, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had already noticed. Yeah, they were back together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay. I've forgotten that you had already seen that. Sorry.
Yeah. It's kinda... Knax is like, back, like, alright, fuck these stairs. I'm gonna burn this house
Dovin,
down.
you're up.
Tovin's just like, all right, everybody calm down. Seriously. Just before you attack us again, can we talk at least? He has his staff, but he has it in a way that it's literally just bracing him up. Cause, bad knee. He's like, can we just talk to you instead of, us trying to kill each other right away?
He doesn't answer.
With
Is that all you're doing
words.
on your turn?
I'm going to say, look, something has happened to your master, and we're here trying to figure things out. Can we not have an immediate fight right away? Can we all just kind of work together, please?
And from the background, I'm shouting, "Let's have an immediate fight right away!"
And as you say that, like I said, is that all of your turn?
That's all of my turn.
Okay. On his turn, you watch as he swings the blade upwards and is going to attack Velen.
Why? What have I done? I've done
You're
nothing.
closest. You're closest.
Done absolutely nothing. And he misses me. He's still an ass.
Why did it only roll one? He has two. There.
You're still
He
missing
still
me.
misses twice. Yeah.
And he's still an ass. Just want that pointed out.
Velen, you're up.
I'm gonna stand there. It's like, really? That's all you're gonna do? And when I'm deflecting the hit, and I'm gonna attack him twice. I'm of course talking to our idiot in the party that's decided to not do anything.
It would be easier to get around here if things were working with us than against us. That's literally how Dovin responds.
I
When
don't
that
think this
tends
thing
to
has its own
slashing and
intelligence.
fire,
It's the
how does that work?
it's the Lightbringer. It's the enchantment.
No, I'm saying, is it half one and half of the other, or is it
Oh no.
outward distribution?
It never said. It just said does this and that. So I think that's kind of
Normally, when it says an and like that, it's a half and half.
Okay.
I think you'll have to be the judge there because it just said on the enchantment, and it's literally it's just a standard Firebringer, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I'll
what the
say
summons
half
were.
and half then, yeah. So it's 10 damage. And then you take 3 damage as the flames spark off of him and blow back onto you.
I'm gonna be have a black face after this, like cold face, full of like scorch marks. So I'm gonna go
It's like that cartoon skit where
Yeah,
a bomb blows up in somebody's hand and they just
exactly
have
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Malgar.
Yeah. I'm moving up a little bit, and as I'm saying to Dovin, I don't think this thing has an intelligence of its own. It's probably just a golem. Attack! Yeah, that's plus 1d... No, plus 2d6. So I won't be using the poison arrows, obviously.
But you might poison it.
Yeah. So 17 damage. Oh shit, I have a bonus action as well. Yeah. It's too late to use that now, so I'm done.
Okay, you hit it pretty hard so far. Let's just have a second.
Yeah, if it's possible for me, I would
Go
like
ahead and
to
roll
use...
me perception, guys.
Okay. I was just about to ask if I could use a bonus action to roll a perception versus the other armors downstairs.
23.
9.
I mean, I know you don't want to roll it, but you have to roll it. You can't just say no.
Yeah, fair enough. So let me just roll again then.
Oh shit, I never picked up my daggers. Guys, I don't have ranged attacks. You guys are on your own.
Now you know why
any
I
of the
need
rest
to
of
actually...
you?
Huh?
Was anyone else rolling perception?
I imagine Velen would be the only other one because Zedric is currently down on the floor below
Yeah,
us.
I was about to say I'm on a
This is
different
true.
floor.
Yeah, Zedric is downstairs. Yeah, literally on the floor below you. Kim, we can't hear you.
Sorry. Yes.
Perception.
Yeah. 21.
All right, Kim and Chris, the two of you are starting to notice where the attacks are starting to dent and chip away at the armor. Within the armor, you see what almost looks like a crackle of electricity starting to seep out.
That's my bad.
Oh.
Zedric, you're up.
How much of my movement is it to get halfway up the stairs again so I can have visual on this big metal thing?
Well, it's half of your movement to get up,
Yeah.
and then the other half of your movement would get you probably halfway up the stairs.
And from there I can kind of spot it.
Yeah, he will have some cover, but yes.
Right. I'll charge out the Chaos Bolt. Boom. A 13.
Does not hit.
I shoot the railing instead. Ah, shit. Right. Yep.
All right. Dovin.
Dovin sees the electricity form and he's like, no. And he's like, we tried to be cordial about this, and he's going to cast Shillelagh and hit the thing with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice hit.
Ignore the poison.
Yeah, okay. He would anyway. So with that, you really smack him with your quarterstaff, and you actually see the helmet of the armor actually flies off. And as it does, you look and you realize that this appears to be some form of weird wearing a suit of armor.
Uh-oh.
Now, for recollection, if anyone's not remembering correctly, weirds are Ravnican created elementals formed by fusing multiple different elements together.
Yep.
And this is different from my weird. This is more of an electricity weird.
You can roll me Arcana.
Dovin looks at the thing and goes, do you want to stop now and talk, or are we going to keep doing this? Because I really would just like to talk.
Dovin, for real?
I just cracked the thing in the head. Don't argue with me. Don't argue as if I'm not doing anything.
Seriously?
Zedric,
Yes.
you looking at this thing, notice things that you would think of as traits of lightning elementals, ice elementals, fire elementals, air elementals. Yeah.
All the elementals.
As Cedric realizes that, oh shit, I can't speak. It's not my turn. Never mind.
So,
I'll write it down,
Dovin,
otherwise I'll
you
forget
just
to tell
cracked
you
it in
guys.
the head and then told it to stop fighting.
No, I asked it if it would please stop fighting. I asked politely. I did not tell it to do a thing. Dovin is still trying to remain civil in this entire situation.
Asking politely after you've been striking it with as hard as you can.
Come on.
Casey freeze for anybody else but me?
No, he froze for me too.
Okay. Dovin is a lot of things. One of those things is actually quite civil.
He's being civil as he's beating the shit out of someone.
I am very civil until something hits me. Mm-hmm.
There's a dog. A dog on the bed.
I mean, that's better than a dog on the plane. That could usually end poorly.
Hello.
There you are.
Ooh.
And frozen again. The weird got to him.
Yeah. It's a shame when the fourth wall just breaks down like this.
Oh, I think he's back.
You guys hear me at all?
Yeah.
I can hear you, but you're freezing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now you're just looking unamused at your camera.
Yeah.